I have coated it with a brush and sealer for probably 6-7 times, and it's turning out very, very nicely. I sanded it again with 600 paper, which is very worn out 600, so it may be closer to 700 or 800. And then I wiped it down with mineral spirits and a tack rag, and I'm going to put the last coat or two. If all the sand marks fill up on this coat, then I'm done. If not, then I'll put another light coat on top of it, maybe this evening, late. If you recoat this within 4 hours, you don't have to sand it again. And the point is to put 2 coats on, one right after another, and no more than 4 hours apart. So it's, I don't know what time it is, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, probably about 10 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock tonight. I'll come back up here and do it again. I had to clean my little spray gun out because this little tip is very, very sensitive to any little thing left in there, and apparently I left a little something. I've got it turned way down where there's very little flow, and it's a very, very fine mist. And that's just about perfect. That's what I want. You don't want it running off of there. You don't want it to even to look all that wet. You just want to dampen it. You can see where I haven't sprayed here and where I have up there, and the gloss from the light, and you can see it's very, very little on there. And that's what you want. 2 extremely light coats. Your first cut, you just want to barely scratch it in there. And because overruns are the worst, absolute worst thing you can do, right here is the border, the edge of it. And I stay back away from that a little tiny bit. I don't want to get right up and touch it. Not on this first cut. I'll come in and touch the border on later cuts, but on this first one I'm just wanting, my main goal is to keep these lines parallel. Get them straight and keep them straight. Incidentally, I'm cutting 22 lines per inch, which is considered to be a fairly fine checking pattern. I'm using a triple line cutter. I'm cutting three, this has the capability of cutting 3 lines at once, and I'm putting 2 of those in 2 existing grooves and using the third one to create a new line. And because this is the very first cut and this is a newly finished piece, you get buildup inside that bit, and you got to get that out of there. See that stuff right in the very middle of it right there? It builds up and it'll form like a paste. You got to just knock that out. If it's too wet, this stock's been drying for several days, but if it's too wet, I have to dip it in lacquer thinner. I've got a little bottle of thinner down here, and dip it in there for just a couple seconds and it loosens it up. You can knock it out or blow it out.